chasing dreams. She's got a bad attitude, can't you see? Foodie Beauty, fat flights, but she shapes to be. Freezing, don't care, facing the screen. Ruling girl world like it's her scene. She's got a bad attitude, can't you see? Foodie Beauty, fat flights, but she shapes to be. Freezing, don't care, facing the screen. Ruling girl world like it's her scene. Just breezing the day, ain't no one can catch. Calling out the fakes, leaving them in the patch. That's baddest woman with a smirk so mean. In the murky depths of live stream. She tears down the walls with the wit so raw. Filters off, can't handle her flaw. Sharp tongue blade and a smoldering smile, leaving haters burned, exiled. Just breezing the day, ain't no one can catch. Calling out the fakes, leaving them in the patch. That's baddest woman with a smirk so mean. In the murky depths of live stream. She tears down the walls with her wit so raw. Filters off, can't handle her flaw. Sharp tongue blade and a smoldering smile, leaving haters burned, exiled. She tears down the walls with her wit so raw. Filters off, can't handle her flaw. Filters off, can't handle her flaw, leaving haters burned, exiled. Living each moment without a damn care. Streaming her truth for all to share. Girl world shaking under her reign. Feel the wrath of just Breezen's name. Living each moment without a damn care. Streaming her truth for all to share. Girl world shaking under her reign. Feel the wrath of just Breezen's name. Living each moment without a damn care. Streaming her truth for all to share. Girl world shaking under her reign. Feel the wrath of just Breezen's name. Just breezing the day, ain't no one can catch. Calling out the fakes, leaving them in the patch. Baddest woman with the smirk so mean. In the murky depths of live stream.
Hello, good morning, everybody. Hello, Free the People. Hello, Lori. Good to see you. Shauna, hey. Hello, Arg. Joe, good morning. Hello, Grunge Truck. Megan, Laurel, hello. Satan, good to see you. Hope everyone is having a great day. I hope you are too, Shauna, and I hope you have a beautiful you day and you deserve it. Great pick. Thank you. Okay, so I figure we'll do a quick recap of everything this morning. Foodie's supposed to go live for 12 hours tomorrow. I will be covering a lot of it. I don't know about 12 hours. That's a whole lot of time to be watching Foodie Beauty eat. So maybe we can do like 4 hours, 3 hours, and then we'll go live and recap everything else the next morning. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But I figure she may or may not go live today. Probably not if she's doing 12 hours. Well, how is she going to do 12 hours? When you are on death's doorstep, how exactly do you pull off a 12-hour live stream unless you have the help of amphetamines? I would really like to know. My dragon and I are pulling weeds and joining the sun. That sounds beautiful. Hello, Mrs. M. Hey, Mayor, good to see you. Okay, let's just get through my rambling and then we'll go to Twitter. So I'm like my ADHD has been ADHDing lately. Like it's so hard for me to stay on topic and focus lately, but that's okay. I kind of like myself this way, actually. It's a lot more fun. Okay, so Foodie uploaded or not uploaded, she posted a picture of Salah and his kung fu medals. I guess he got these medals like 13 years ago. So 7 years ago, he wore them all and posed in the car taking a picture for them. However, this picture is highly photoshopped because if you look at one arm, he has a Popeye arm, and then his other arm is an olive oil arm. So how does that happen unless it's Photoshop? Do we believe this man was a kung fu master? Do we believe this? Relatable. Oh, thank you, Megan. It wouldn't be a good idea for Foodie to take anything involving speed. It would be a horrible idea, but I wouldn't put it past her. 12 effing hours. I'd love to be her DoorDash driver. All right, so she went live yesterday, you guys. I was popping in and out. She didn't go on camera, so it was like, why snipe this? She said she had anxiety again. She isn't mentally well. However, every time I popped in and out, she was laughing and having a grand old time. I don't know about anybody else, but when I have anxiety, I'm a pacer. I pace. I can't listen to music. I can't listen to anything. My heart races, and I'm just fully focused on if my heart's gonna explode. Like, there's no pulling off a live stream and yapping and laughing it up. Like, I personally couldn't do it. I think Salah was there. She was trying to get super chats again, saying if she got X amount, she would do a coffee bees. I'm not sure if that ever happened. I gave up. No wonder why she's not camming up. Hey, Caddy. Hey, bent-faced dung poo master. Anxiety makes me walk. I used to do that too. I used to do that too. It was like sitting still for some reason with anxiety is worse. I don't know why. I don't know why, but like movement when you have anxiety, for me, I have to move. I don't know what it is or why my body works that way. I don't know if I'm just in fight or flight. So, like, I'm flighting, I guess. I'm in flight. I don't know. I'm weird. All right, let's go to Twitter, you guys. We're going to get the rest of our recap there. The girls are still fighting. No, I don't really want to get into it. It just causes more trouble. Like, every time I talk about it, it just causes more harm than good on our end. But just know Yaba and FFG are still fighting. Yaba says she's contacting the authorities for FFG knowing about CP that was posted in a Discord. It's getting uglier, it's getting messier. There you go. There you go. I'm just happy that so much money has been raised for right. That part is amazing. That part is amazing. The money raised, I can't remember what the amount was, but it was a pretty high amount. What was it, like over 3,000, I think? So that is good. That is good. It's splitting up this community even more. Yeah, I think when I talk about it, people think I'm automatically like on Yaba's side because I don't like FFG. I don't agree with what both people are doing. Let me say that. So anybody who's confused about that, I think things have gotten too far on both ends, right? I think with the FFG stuff, I do like to point out when she's lying because I will say this, and then let's move on and talk about it. Before, just because she didn't like me and she was mad at me, she told the world I was anti-Semitic. And I do know when she's mad and she says things, people will just believe that. And I don't like that at all. Um, But again, going back to what I was saying, I think things are ugly and messy on both sides. And that's just where I stand. And it's getting uglier and messier. And you know who I truly feel bad for? The people who like both of them and feel like they don't have a place to hang out anymore because they have to pick sides. That's who I truly feel bad for. I also feel bad, for a 4-year-old story getting told. I don't know how old she is now, but either way, like, I don't like that on everybody's level. Everybody who's sharing the story as an FU, I don't like anybody who's doing it, right? So far, it's 5,500 ish. That's amazing. Hey, Corey, I'm so tired of it. Take it off screen. Yeah, it's one of those things when I think when reaction channels fight, it's always fun and interesting at first, right? Especially when foodie's boring. It's like, oh, what's going on? And then somebody, whoever it may be, takes it too far. Then it's like, oh, this isn't fun anymore. This was fun for a moment. Can we go back to the fun times? And then it's so, like, this whole fight has gotten so far out of hand and it's so big now. There's not one entertaining part of it. There's not anything entertaining about it. I miss the way it was on both channels, and I get that. It sounds like it used to be a lot of fun in both people's chat, right? So imagine when they were getting along, how it was for everybody who was part of both communities, right? So that does suck, and I don't know if there's a way forward with these two. I really don't know. When things get this ugly, is there a way forward? But I hope they just like stop, ignore each other, stop talking about it, just live your lives. It's not getting any better, and, I don't know, YouTube is supposed to be fun, right? Online stuff is supposed to be fun. This is supposed to be a place for us to escape real life for a few minutes or even a few hours of the day. And when things don't feel like an escape anymore, like, I don't know. Mm. If any of them talk about it, just log off or go look for Breezy to fill me in on Foodie and Twitter. Yeah, I think moving forward, I'm saying all this to say Um, it doesn't serve us over here to talk about it. It doesn't do us any good. I feel like it divides our chat too because I feel like there's people in here who do like both creators, right? So just know that they're still fighting. It's still messy. It's still ugly. And now we're gonna get to the foodie stuff, okay? Hey, be kind. Hey, Tia. Hello, hello. All right, so I just appreciate the negatives were turned into a positive, and I stay out of talking about the nitty gritty. Agreed. Yeah, I think I just like to keep things fun over here. And who wants to start the day hearing about horrible things happening to children and all this stuff, right? So, like, I don't do the best sometimes on staying neutral and just reporting the gossip. I try my best, but it's just all negative right now. It's just all negative. And like, I don't even want to talk about this stuff that's going on with them, to be honest. I don't. In my little world, I'm in a happy little bubble. It's butterflies, rainbows, sunshine, chihuahuas. That's my life, and I like to keep it happy, right? My life was so negative before. It was. It was. Why live in, why be negative, right? Life is too short. Let's just have fun. So, we're going to talk about the foodie stuff. This is a mixture of her live stream from last night, multiple topics regarding Foodie Beauty. What's really interesting, okay, you know how when like Foodie talks about her drug stuff, she always makes it seem like her ex made her do these things. We're gonna look at some messages that prove she was kind of like hinting at or asking if her ex had coke. Anyways, we're gonna get into that too. So this is just a mixture, a variety of things. We'll be all caught up for whenever she goes live again next. Good morning, Wookie lover. I hope everyone is having a great day. Thank you, you too. Leave the kids alone. Hey, Harry. It happens in every genre on YouTube. Yeah, it does. There's always drama and fighting. It's kind of hard to escape. It is. Shenanigans said, okay, let's get into the foodie stuff. Tia said, it's definitely a great community unity on your channel. Thank you so much. Thank you, Tia. You know what? You guys make this. Everybody who's in the chat, everybody who hangs out every day, the members, the mods, you guys make this, and you are why I come back every single day. There's times where I think about, I'm like, is this really worth it? Sometimes, when certain things happen. But I'm like, you know what? Who cares? Who cares? Because I have a lot of friends that look forward to hanging out every day, and we like to have fun. And you guys make the chat interesting. Sometimes when I'm off into my own little world, you guys talk amongst yourselves, and then I'll go back and hear about like how the chat was so much fun. And I love that. I love you guys. We're like a little family over here. Thank you, Tia, for the super chat. Okay, so Shenanigans said, imagine shopping around for illegal substances. Wait, a legal substance? A legal substance to get high on while ignoring the rules of the very religion you use as a shield. Anxiety my ass. Benadryl? Really? Girl, go home. The only thing that could possibly save your channel is Canadian content. Yeah, I heard her chat was telling her about GABA, Benadryl. Um, I mean, does Benadryl get you high, or is she just looking for anything? Memphis said she will be worse in Canada now that she has access to do more drugs and food. Shanigan said she has access to the same junk food in Kuwait, but we all know she just wants to get high on weed. Oh, yeah. I don't know if it was during Salah's gaming live, but this comment came out of Foodie Beauty asking if somebody can get wheelchairs for her. Anyways, so she just wants to get high on weed. That's got to be safer than taking over the counter pills every day to get high. Having said that, if she stands any chance to revive her channel, she needs to drop the act and go home. She's in Canada. No, she needs to go back there though. It can be prescribed for anxiety, but with all her other meds, she should be talking to a doctor. Yeah, that makes sense. This sleeping pill, I don't know why I'm telling you guys this. Hold on. So I used to take Seroquel, like, it was the only thing that could put me to sleep, right? And then once I got on medication, that, like, used to be the only medication I would really take. Um, and then once I got on medication for my depression and anxiety, I couldn't take the Seroquel anymore. Like, I would wake up feeling like I don't know, it was the worst feeling in the world. It was like the worst hangover. but I didn't drink, right? It was from the Seroquel. Anyway, so they put me on Remron, and I think it has an antihistamine in it, and it is very relaxing. It is very sedating. It does make me go to sleep. I will say that. So that makes sense. I guess she's just looking for something maybe to come down after she takes whatever it is she takes. I'm your Huckleberry says she's like those weirdos who drink hand sanitizer to get drunk. At that point, just get a damn beer, go back to Canada and get high for fuck's sakes. Your intentions matter, so cut the bullshit. So the people who oftentimes resort to hand sanitizer can't go get a beer, or else they probably would drink that. I just want to clarify that. Like, even if you go to sober livings, you're not allowed to have hand sanitizer or perfume. Like, you have to check it in and you have to go ask. I remember when I was in sober living, every day that I wanted to wear perfume, I had to go to the front desk and ask for it every single time, and it was really annoying. But that's because people, when they can't get what they want, they resort to drinking things, right? One time when I couldn't get alcohol, I drank NyQuil. Am I weird? Probably. Wouldn't suggest it anyways. Don't do it. Please don't do anything I've done in my life. Ambien and I don't get along. I sleepwalk and I sleep cook. I just remember this one time I had to take Ambien. I think it was one of the times I was coming, like, I was withdrawing and the doctor prescribed it kind of a thing, like, so I would get sleep. But I remember the wallpaper moved. I remember, like, there was weird things happening with Ambien. I seriously, I remember I was using the restroom where I was, and there was wallpaper, and there was flowers, and they were, like, swaying. Weirdest thing ever. Ambien is my friend every night. Cypher, I keep seeing SJM mentioned. What is the he's racist. He said a lot of horrible things. I think was it about Monty? I don't want to repeat any of them, but just know he's racist, and that's why Foodie Beauty likes him. So we're gonna get into, I think this is from her live stream last night. She wasn't on camera, she just showed this picture. Eyelash said, another day, another no cam grift. And Spud in our chat said, asking for super chats, but we can't see you. Yikes. Yeah, and she was asking for super chats to do another live stream. So she wanted to go get coffee. She couldn't afford an $8 coffee. Emir Huckleberry said, this chick needs 50 bones to go on a coffee bees in the morning. Foodie Beauty, you're a funny broad. How is coffee $50? How? My husband can take Ambien and it works perfectly. So far, you're so good. You too. Hey, Ricky. Hello, hello. All right, I wanted to make sure I didn't miss anything. Chicken, sweet potatoes, flaxseed, and blueberries. All of that, but the chicken sounds really amazing. Hey, Rainbow Road, good to see you, beautiful. Megan, you're just fine. We're a group that has a lot in common here. Yes, and we're very loyal to each other, and I love that about us too. I love that. We've been through a lot together on here. Here's Foodie Beauty saying, ask that seller if he's got any wheelchairs. Hmm, interesting. Isn't it illegal where she's at? Board Potty Mouse said all of Chatel's addictions are hitting hard right now, apparently. They clipped this from Day to Day Ray. Thanks, Ray. Farrah said, oh, I retweeted Farrah's channel, so I really like her. And if you guys are looking for another reaction channel to sometimes hang out at, search the Farrah Fiasco, or if one of the mods can link it, I would really appreciate you. She's really sweet and a lot of fun. Um, Dobu Poo, Dobu Poo? Okay, well, I'm just gonna call them You're Not It Girly Pop. So they said Salah's dumb fuck of a laugh is giving or kicking viewers out. Shut that thing up. She can't even get 400 viewers. Okay, I have his laugh and I got it from Mrs. C. So Mrs. C, if you're still in here, thank you so much. It is coming up and it is the worst sound of your life. So I know we have all heard his laugh before, but whatever he did last night, whatever the cocaine, amphetamine, whatever it is that I think he took, made his laugh a million times worse. It really did. This dog is so fucking cute. Okay, Nothing But Love said, "So if Solid sleeps in the same bed as Chantal, wouldn't he know her bathroom light has been out for a while?" How does your fake husband like, they're supposedly living together, right, and married? Like, I know I nag my boyfriend all the time, like, if he was actually there, she would be nagging him, right, to fix it, or at least he would notice it so he wouldn't be nagged. That man does not live there. He does not. And now I wanna look at these replies. The heck? Her time is valuable, didn't you know? Her paycheck is already completely spent. She's trying hard to convince everyone that she's not broke, and that is something other channels do, right? Wheelchair beast for why? Because she's bored, and I guess she needs to get high. Get high and eat some more. Kelly said, if he lives with her, he should know. Everything about them is fake. And I want to make it very clear I don't think THC is bad, right? I think it's helped me in a lot of ways. I think it has as far as like pain and stuff like that. However, Foodie Beauty, who says that they can't do anything over there because it's all illegal. Do you guys hear the parrots? Hold on. That was a really loud one. Okay, so Foodie Beauty who says everything's illegal over there. She couldn't get it if she wants it. How is she getting wheelchairs exactly then? So Kelly said if he lives with her, he should know everything about them is fake. I got so distracted by the parrot, but it was really loud. Acadia said the same reason he didn't know she was ticklish. How do you not know? How do you not know? The frumpiest biscuit said Salah's just praying all the lights eventually burn out so he doesn't have to look at her anymore. Tammy Carlton said that's a good catch. If he does live there, he would know. Interesting. This person asked, why wouldn't she just screw in a new bulb? Damn. I'm betting it's easier than setting up her eating paraphernalia. Eating paraphernalia, that's perfect. Liv said, "Is he saying he didn't know, or are you asserting that he would have changed it by now? Because I'm not sure he's even that useful to change a light bulb." He probably doesn't know how. That's embarrassing. Dude, he never touches her, no one wants to touch her, let's be real. Well, the few people that wanted to touch her had STDs and certain things wrong with them, so let that sink in. Oh my god, okay, you guys, the laugh is coming. You probably wanna turn this down. So I said the laugh of a man who likes to bark, sniff farts, and has a half-inch peen. Again, thank you, Mrs. C, for cutting this or clipping this for us. All right, here's your warning.
The goal is a grift. What the fuck? What the hell?
It's like machine gun. What the hell?
He sounds like Woody the Woodpecker on crack, does he not? Hey, Taylin. Yeah, Dickhead obviously doesn't live there. Can you blame him? I'm guessing landfills smell better than her dump. True. I'll never forget that she said, or what she said after using a bidet for the first time. You can't tell me she doesn't smell. Didn't she talk about all this stuff that came out? I don't really want to know more than that, but I think I remember that. Alice in the Mirror said that laugh makes my fucking skin crawl. It makes me drier than the fucking desert, I can't even lie. And it said his whole goofy laugh, I think, is actually faked. I heard him in the background a while ago, and when he laughed, he didn't do the goofy laugh. He plays it up for the internet. I don't know why. Does he think anybody's gonna fuck him after Chantal dies with that laugh? Because it's not happening. He has a small peen and a horrible laugh and a beer belly. Sarah said, imagine laughing and joking with a guy you know for a fact wants to grape and defecate specifically on women. Not you, though, Foodie. So I guess that's a win. And his ultimate idea of a good time. Country Witch said, Foodie, you're a joke. Now that said, you need to go touch grass, you fucking fat pig. I'll be liking this. The goth said they're both fake laughing. It's really weird. It's like they never spend any time together. Ash said the fact that he's doing it intentionally trying to be funny is so dumb. Sorry, if you replied, I'm just seeing it now, so I'm liking it. I wasn't ignoring you. Not now said, dude, even Chinny the Funkle freak is like, what the fuck is wrong with this freak? It's a horrible laugh. It really is. Woody the Woodpecker? Yes. Woody the Fupa Pecker? Hey, he gets laid at the Red Room. I think people just fart for him. Like, he can't actually, I don't think anybody's fucking that. I don't think so. I don't know any woman that would a half incher. I mean, even if you're getting paid for it, like, Woody Nope Pecker, somebody just texted me. Woody Nope Pecker, yes, okay. It's really, really weird. Nobody is fucking either one. It's really small, like, I wish I was exaggerating. I wish I was. It's very sad looking. It's sad, it's depressed, you can't tell if it's hard or not, but something definitely bad happened to it. It's nothing that I would take a picture and send somebody, like, that's for sure. I don't know, if I was a dude and I had a half incher, I think I would go to Cornhub and I'd find, like, a 12-inch, a 16-inch, and I would send that out and be like, "Yep, that's me." And then hope that I never met them in person and they would find out that I had a half inch. But I can't imagine taking a picture of that and sending it to somebody and wanting them to, feel any type of way. Oh my gosh, thank you so much, some idiot. Thank you for the super chat. I know I just did not just come in when Breezy said the red room reeks of farts. I mean, it's never safe to just pop in my lives. You never know what you're gonna come in on, and I have a hard time explaining it. I think at the red room, he doesn't get laid. I think he sniffs farts or gets pooped on maybe. I don't think that there's any actual sex. Maybe he tells them to keep a Bible around and they have to watch him. I don't know, but I don't think there's any actual sex, at least involving him. Um, anyways, this is very weird, and these people are fucking weirdos. I really don't know the context of this other than Fondue Spite, bitch. This came from them, right? And so they have their account locked, and I don't want to show it for like obviously they have it privated for a reason, right? So right now, I do not know the context, but does it really matter once I tell you all this? So Tracy says, Salah, did Chantal show you that pic? And then Salah says, Tracy, which pic? Oh, I'm going to tell you. Tracy says, your booty hole? Why are we sending pictures of booty holes? And I don't you know what? I don't wanna know. I don't want to know. We don't wanna know. Let's back away from the booty holes, okay? I don't wanna picture any booty holes. I don't want to know. That's all. So Loretta said, "Keep tanking your channel, Foodie Beauty crap content grifting, lying, telling not only reaction channels, but supporters to mind their own business, and 2, get bent after you asking for their advice and opinion, but don't like what they tell you. I love this for you. Stay mad and sit and spin." So Jules said people left because Chantal told them to. That's right. He sent his booty hole pic to Tracy TX. You just know that thing is hairy and fucking nasty. Just I don't want to vomit. Let's get away from the booty hole, okay? Didn't he have like an abscess or a boil on his booty hole and all these boils? Yuck. Okay. So let's look at Foodie's face, which doesn't look any different than a booty hole. Kelly said, Foodie does not have anxiety. I don't know about anybody else, but when I have it, I can't sit there and talk to a bunch of people and concentrate and laugh. I'm crying, pacing, and praying for it to be over. It's just an excuse not to cam up and be lazy. Yeah, I didn't hear a person having any sort of anxiety last night when I was popping in. Again, I guess anxiety could look different to everybody, but I know the anxiety I experience, there's no laughing. It's all me praying to God that I don't die all alone with nobody else around, praying that my heart doesn't explode, praying that my heart would just stop racing. It's hard for me to even really talk to people. I don't know. It's the thing. But Foodie apparently laughs it up and has a grand old time. Dub Dub said, I'm the same. The last thing I'd want to be doing is talking to others. I believe she's abusing some kind of drug, and she knows if she was on camera, people would spot it. Now that I believe. That I believe. Her trying to get out of exercise again. From my knowledge, Bank, the more repressed outside, the more freaky outside. Ain't no one, princess. I don't want to see his anus through that hair. Ricky said dingleberries, anyone? No, thank you. I'll pass. Girl Scout said it's Tuesday and I've had an anxiety panic attack on Sunday while on holiday. Middle of the supermarket. Came out of nowhere. Heart palpitations, tunnel vision, faint, hot flush, nausea, dread shakes. Felt like I was going to die. I'm finally home in bed, but still feel awful. Girl Scout, if you're listening, I hope today's a better day for you. Crazy Gabby said, interesting how this bitch a couple days ago said she had vertigo, and now she's out and about. Excellent said 100% crying, bodily functions dysfunction, dry heaving, hot flashes, not wanting to talk it out, just silent begging to the cosmos for mercy. I've been debating asking to go back on Wellbutrin and next doc appointment, maybe I will. Okay, I don't want to read people's personal things. I didn't mean to. I hope everybody who's suffering from anxiety, it fucking sucks. I hope today is an anxiety-free day. Um, it's awful because it feels like you're dying. It legit feels like you're dying. So anybody who struggles with it, just know you're not alone. And I know we won't die, but God, it feels like it, right? So this is Foodie. I'm saying this clip is from He Who Shall Not Be Named. But it's interesting because Foodie Beauty always claimed it was He Who Shall Not Be Named idea to snort coke when in reality it was hers. So we're going to make this full screen. And then we're going to look in the comment section. Hey, Nick, anxiety shuts me down. All I want to do is curl up in bed and hide. Yeah, you know what? I guess if we could paint a picture of what anxiety looks like, right? How it looks like for me is most of it is spent praying to God that I don't die alone and that my heart doesn't stop. And then the other half of it is me ripping my clothes off and laying on the bathroom floor or outside in the backyard, hoping nobody walks out and thinks I'm a fucking weirdo. But that's like what anxiety looks like for me, right? It's a lot of, I'm just expecting my heart to explode. So, again, with Foodie Beauty, can I say she doesn't have anxiety? No. But it kind of fucking sucks for like the rest of us who there's no way we could pull off a live stream, right? But Foodie has anxiety, right? She's probably on drugs. I had anxiety when I was coming down to or on drugs and not sure what it was going to do to me. But at the same time, did I fucking care because I was high? No. All right. So back to Foodie. You just need to see this and then we'll talk about it. Oh, wait. Hold on. It's going fast. All right, so you can see the name at the top. It's Foodie and her ex. I just smoked a joint and I'm laughing to myself, he says. And then she says, oh, really? Do you have any other types of drug? I also smoke weed and do edibles sometimes. I used to do Coca-Cola with my friend when we used to party, LOL. I liked the feeling I got from it. Only a few lines. He says, I only tried cola 2 times, long time ago. I'm an active person, move a lot, and it does not work well with me. I know someone near my place. I will try. She says, oh, okay, if you can, no pressure. It will help with my nerves. How the hell does that help with your nerves? Hold on. Well, I mean, I kind of get it, but not. Well, no, when I did it, I felt invincible. Okay. If you can, no pressure. It will help with my nerves. Let me know, and I will pay you when I meet you later. Foodie Beauty. Oh my gosh, let's go to these replies. Anxiety is a beast that is. Megan, thank you so much for gifting 5 Breezy Bunch memberships. Emma Hobbs got one. Welcome back, Emma Hobbs. Megan, No One Princess. Some guy who paints. Hello, some guy who paints. 67 going on 100. That feels like me some days. Welcome to the Breezy Bunch, you guys. Megan, thank you so, so much. And welcome to the Breezy Bunch, everyone. Megan, thank you. Feel free to use the members emojis. Thank you for the membership. It's so good to see you, Em. Megan, thank you. Yes, thank you so much. All right, let's look at these replies, you guys. Katie said, "Why doesn't she strike his channel? He will continue to expose her just to stay relevant." PI said, "I think we know why." I think so. Kalu said, "Girl, how fast do you think people can read?" PI said, "I stole it from he who shall not be named. Try pausing to read. That's what I did." Alice in the Mirror said, "Well, I'll be damned. Foodie Beauty was already a wannabe cokehead before she convinced Cracula to turn her into a full-blown one." Interesting. Okay, out of all the times in my addiction that I was texting somebody about Coke or I never called, "Do you have any Coca-Cola?" Like, never in my life. Anyway, so she was already a wannabe cokehead before she convinced Cracula to turn her into a full-blown one. Interesting. Doesn't change my opinion of him. I agree with what they said right there, but I'm not going to read it. Crazy O Gabby said, "I think this stems from the cease and desist letters that they're sending out. Yaba's letter said something about calling him that name. This is his proof that he doesn't do it." Megan, thank you. Nick, welcome back to the Breezy Bunch. Woohoo! Thank you so much, Megan. Oh my gosh, that's so sweet of you. Hey, Andrea. Um, okay. You might, after the stream ends, Andrea, you might want to go back and watch the parts of Foodie Beauty asking her ex for Coke, which she calls Coca-Cola. Um, and your Huckleberry said, "Please, internet, make this spread like wildfire throughout Girl World just in time for her 12-hour stream." Yeah, let's bookmark this really fast just so I don't lose it. I feel like this is going to come in handy one day. Andrea, actually, let me just play it for you right here. So, hold on, let me make it bigger because it goes really fast. So her ex says basically that he had just smoked a joint. And then she says, "Oh, really? Do you do any other type of drug? I also smoke weed and do edibles sometimes. I used to do Coca-Cola with my friend when we used to party. I liked the feeling I get from it. Only a few lines." He says that he only tried it twice, long time ago, and that he's an active person and moves a lot, and it does not work well with him. But he knows someone near his place, and he'll try to get it for her. And then she says, "Okay, if you can, no pressure. It will help my nerves. Let me know, and I will pay you when I meet you later." I don't know. I was 103 pounds when I was doing cocaine. And I swore sometimes, now I wasn't doing only a few lines, like I was doing way too much. But anyways, like I felt like I was gonna die on that shit sometimes. Like I really did. I don't know how somebody morbidly obese does it and doesn't worry that their heart's gonna explode. I don't know. But anyways, it helps her nerves. Foodie got him addicted. Maybe. Maybe. Well, I think he's a horrible person. I also think she's told a lot of lies and hasn't been completely honest. And I think because of his reputation, a lot of people assumed he was lying about her. Now, while I know he's an awful, awful person and my opinion will never fucking change, I think he's told the truth on some things when it comes to Foodie Beauty. I do. I just do. Back in my day, we called it making the donuts. When she started dating him, I was down to 115, had the most flat butt. Because we don't you don't eat on that shit. Like I got way too skinny. I was never hungry. I was always thirsty, never hungry. So Narcy said, "Theory, Chantal has been lying to Salah about being close to having the bankruptcy paid, but it's not. And so now to avoid the issue that she has continued medical issues, boil, vertigo, anxiety, all to stall the inevitable truth." Love that for her and him. Let me look at these replies. I was down. Oh, I read that one. "I have to run to a meeting." Okay, Megan, thank you so much. Usually I do all my thanking at the end, but you won't be here. So I want to thank you so much for gifting the memberships. You made my day. Thank you. Thank you. Have a good day. Chase said, "If she had been paying for a long time, like she pretends, she wouldn't have just shown the last few months of payments to prove she's paying off the debt. Isn't she over 20K in debt as well? That would definitely take more than a few months to pay off with how broke she is." Marcy said her bankruptcy was close to 50K. There is no way she is anywhere near having that paid off. Huckleberry said, nailed it. I think he finally started getting pissed at the lack of progress, and maybe she's had to come clean. Now she's trying to kick in extra payments. I think he said if progress isn't made by the 3-year mark, he's out and she's panicking. Katie said, I wonder if he knows she is probably only 2 or 3 months into repaying the bankruptcy instead of 2 or 3 months from finishing repaying. No, and he's too dumb to figure it out. Someone said, in my opinion, what is this? Something Falcon. Mini Falcon? In my honest opinion, her behavior is drug seeking. We know she has a plethora of medical issues, but I believe she's faking them to get Salah to get her drugs. She looks high a lot, and her mood swings suggest that as well. I also agree she is only 2 to 3 payments into her bankruptcy. It's definitely drug seeking. I'm definitely on board with her lying to him about something, potentially multiple things like how she is confident she can get him in once she pays off her debt. This guy's just too big of an idiot to figure it out, and I do love that for him. Oh gosh, trade song for a green card? I love this. Oh my gosh, there's Foodie with fries on her stomach in the background. That's kind of perfect. Okay, let's keep going. Here was the cease and desist that Yaba got. It says defendant Yaba, YouTube channel name the YouTube Underground. Subject, cease and desist demand for defamation. Dear Yaba, I hope this letter finds you well. I am writing to formally demand that you immediately cease and desist for making defamatory statements about me. I have been made aware that you have been spreading false information regarding my business, personal life, and character, specifically the statements made on YouTube on numerous occasions up until today, April 2025. The statements in question are false, malicious, and damaging to my reputation. The defamatory remarks include, but are not limited to, and then he lists all of that. Andrea, thank you. As a type 2 diabetic who takes care of herself, I went for my 3-month checkup yesterday, and all blood work came back great, and A1C level is low, cholesterol is low, blood pressure good, sugar readings great. I'm so happy for you. Foodie could take a note from you, right? She could take a page out of your book and learn what to do. I'm so proud of you, and I bet you feel amazing. Thank you so much for the super chat. Look at everybody cheering you on. That's amazing. FBI said, pretty sure this is what Foodie Beauty received the other day midstream when she implied someone from her past just DM'd her. Yaba said she's not special. They're sending them to everyone. And then Yaba said, go fuck yourself, Dee Dee. Okay. Do you guys like Less Than Jake? And if you don't, why not? And if you haven't heard of them, why the hell not? That's all I have to say. Okay, I thought this pattern, or this whatever you want to call it, is very pretty. These are the materials Foodie Beauty could be wearing to wrap around her head or fabric. I don't know. I'm not a sewer. I'm not a fabric person. Anyways, I find this very pretty. I do. I think it would be much prettier than whatever else Foodie puts on. So let's see. Anyone else enjoying watching the pretty sequined and embroidered fabric clips on social media? I think Foodie Beauty could have some beautiful head covering scarves, or even a few elegant muumuus tailored for a week's fast food money in Kuwait. Instead, she chooses to look like she's in the county jail. I mean, or she's gonna churn butter. I'm not sure which one. Anyways, isn't this pretty? Well, maybe she shouldn't wear a whole lot of patterns. It's still pretty though. It has to be better than what she has now. I do feel awesome. My husband and I have been walking a mile every other evening. Thanks, everyone. That's awesome. Looks like it needs watering. Looney Tube said, Foodie Beauty is becoming more and more bedbound, claims to have anxiety, is laying in bed, smoking and eating and e-begging, says Shitboy is an experienced spelunker. Ew, there's no way. That guy has maybe had sex with a pie, and that's about it. Um, I don't believe he's experienced at anything. I just don't. Look at what she does to people, though. People were pointing out BB's vacant stare. Look at this. Let me try and zoom in. Ray's Octillion said he's got that vacant stare BB had. But look, Salah, well, I don't want to say he had life in his eyes, but it looked like there was something going on. Maybe at least for a minute. And then here, the lights aren't even on and nobody is home. But that's what she does to people. She feeds off their souls. Hey, Poppy. Cutie stole their soul, Shauna, my favorite cousin. Hey, Eric, speaking of water, I can't wait till Booty says her weight is all water weight from all the bottles she sucks down in her mukbangs. You know that's coming. You know it is. Let's see. You know, I told you guys that I had to take my daughter shopping over the weekend. She picked this out, and I just have to say, well, there's two things I want to say. She has really cute taste, but she tells me all the time that I'm copying her style. But let me remind you, like in the 90s, we dressed like this, right? And then a lot of things she wears, we wore in the 90s. So she was always like, Mom, you just like what I'm wearing. I'm like, I'm pretty much have been wearing the same thing since I was your age, meaning like my style hasn't changed, but I'm not copying you, little mini me, but you're fucking adorable. Anyways, her outfit is very cute. I just wanted to say that. I love her. I love her so much. Lever said, so tired of hearing the girls say they need rest. What world are they living in? The last thing you need is rest. It's all they do is rest. I love them pants. I would wear that at age 13. Same. That she is. She drains the life out of people. She does. Okay, Draco said, in my opinion, Foodie Beauty is a succubus. And not the sexy fun kind. That explains why she is the human cockroach. She just sucks the life out of any guy she attaches herself to. She is a succubus. Maybe that's why she lives so long. Like, you know how every single day we're wondering how the hell she's still alive? It's because she takes the souls of the men she's with. She eats them. Anyways, this person posted this, the tone knob. Tell me I'm pretty. I need the attention. And it looks like Foodie Beauty. I feel like if I leave this up too much longer, anime is suddenly gonna appear, so let's just move on. Here's a clip from her live stream. Enigma said she hasn't told Salah about the light being out. So who is talking then when he speaks in the chat during the live? Because he knows if he's watching, right? Either it's a lie or he just comes to the live and then leaves.
Sorry, I had to use the facilities. Now, the light in my bathroom has been burnt out for a while, and I haven't told Salah yet. This painting? Sorry, I had to use the facilities. Now, the
Oh,
light in
sorry.
my bathroom has been burnt out for a while, and I haven't told Salah yet.
Sorry, I let it replay because I was saying hi to Kimmy and Genevieve. Hey, Genevieve. And I said, yep, if they, or, and Bree said, if they shared a room, how could he not know there's a light out in the bathroom that's in their bedroom? They don't share the same bedroom. They don't. We know he has his man cave, but that's really his bedroom. There's no way he wouldn't know. I feel like guys pay attention to those things. They just do. Anyway, she's a fucking liar. He doesn't come home. I can't imagine being in a loveless, sexless, fake marriage. In Kuwait. Enigma said if Salah lives there, why hasn't he changed the bathroom light bulb? He knows it's been out for a while. She says, but neither could fix it. Is this just the same clip? Hold on, let me see.
Appreciate it. And, yeah, the light's been out in my bathroom for a while, but I don't care. I like being in the dark. Like, whenever I feel this way, I just feel like, honestly, it's like, the best way I can describe it is just staring at a wall. Like, I really don't want to do anything. Feeling overwhelmed. Yeah, Faith. Appreciate it.
Is just giving up considered anxiety? It sounds like she's just lazy and she's just given up on everything. Anyways, Home Alone legend. Well, I wouldn't want to see Foodie in the light. Me either. He doesn't live there. No, no way. Genevieve, we kind of talked about some things in the beginning, and I really want you to go back and listen to it. Please, please, please. I thought about how things went down yesterday, and it's really bothered me because I know you like multiple creators, right? And I think that it really sucks that you have to come here and it must seem to you like it's all against FFG, right? So that kind of got my little mind thinking, and I was thinking in general, it's just getting really ugly and really messy from both sides, right? And so maybe you don't need to hear about what's going on from them or about them from me, right? If you guys want to know about their fights, just please go find it because I don't know. It just sucks for everybody else caught in between. All right, let's keep going. Let's keep going. Hey, Erin, good to see you. I just think this person is so cute. So I love retweeting all of her stuff. She's really hilarious. So Top Bombi said, "Fuck my life, anxiety over the roof. Fuck my life." Okay, let's see.
So this is what a panic attack looks like. I've just come back from my psychologist and my head's spinning, and I just want to go up to Kmart and buy something. Just feel like I want to browse after my session, and I've got a huge anxiety attack, and I'm fucking stuck in the car. But I'm just going to listen to some music and keep soldiering on, I guess. Fuck my life.
Yeah, you know what? I think some Portos will help my anxiety today. I think that's what needs to happen. I didn't even know this was a thing. I know Mrs. M. Mrs. M, if you're in here, by the way, hello, hello. I think you are. I think I said hi to you. I did. You sent a super chat, didn't you? Hello. Anyways, okay. So you were saying yesterday about Foodie's 12 hours. Like when we're ready to tap out, maybe I could get the rest from Chat GPT or something. But I didn't know on YouTube there's a special feature now, and it only happens on some live streams, I guess, or videos. There's an ask button, and then it gives you a summary, right? So it's kind of one of those things. So if it's there, it's there. If it's not, it's not. I guess they're just rolling it out. Anyway, so Farah asked AI for a summary of Foodie Beauty's latest live. And then it says in here, he talks about various topics, including movies, food, and even his wife's anal glands. Pardon me? I don't know. Maybe he wants to express her anal glands? Do we really want to know? It says ultimately the video serves as a raw and honest portrayal of someone's journey with mental illness, highlighting the challenges and complexities involved. It emphasizes the importance of self care. Self care? Okay, if you say so. I really like old school Mod Sun, like the hippie Mod Sun, the older music. And I really like this song No Shirt On. It's actually perfect. Okay, now tell me if this photo is photoshopped, you guys. So, he put, finally, I found a pic from my Kung Fu days. Why does he have one tiny arm? I mean, there's no muscle really on either of them. I pictured the other arm as I described it as a Popeye arm, but really there's no muscle. But what happened to this arm right here? And who poses in the car with medals that they won years ago? I have to know. Okay, so finally, I found a pic from my Kung Fu days. I won these medals 13 years ago, but the pic is from 7 years ago. King Savoy said, so 7 years ago, when he was 24, he got out his awards from 6 years prior when he was a teenager, put them on, sat in someone else's car, and made that stupid eyebrow face. Loser. This is embarrassing. And I think he photoshopped his hairline. That doesn't look real. It almost looks like dog fur, and then he attached it to his head, does it not? That's not real. Look, you got kicked from Yaba? Why? I hate all the other creators bashing for sure. I actually stopped watching Yaba a while ago. I still enjoy FFG. She's not always bashing. She does her normal show. Well, that's good. Yeah, I just think, I guess none of us are perfect, right? Some days we're going to be in angry mood. Some days we're going to be having fun and on top of the world. I'm just hopefully there's more happy days than ragey days. Anyways, his hairline is not real. This whole picture is not real. Don't they proof anything before they post it? Good lord. Pretty sure that pic worked on Chantel. And don't you not win medals for Kung Fu? Don't you get belts? I don't understand. I feel like what were my nephews in Taekwondo or something? They got belts. They had to do certain things, and then they did a whole, like, belt upgrade, and they would come over every time they got belts, and I feel like it was a lot of work to get them, like, it wasn't you just got a belt in a day, but I could be wrong. Anyways, I don't remember them getting any medals. They got a lot of belts, though, or not even a lot, but they got enough belts. Foodie says, "Handsomest kung fu man," and she says, "My sweetheart," or he says, "My sweetheart of the 10th degree." This is really embarrassing. Really, really embarrassing. Moonbeam said, "Girl, you gotta get a new sock. You can't keep doing this shit." Oh, is Sarah Lee out and about? Okay, so Lou says she needs to get a job and she knows it. She can't expect people to give her money. She needs to move back to Canada and get her life sorted out, but we know she won't. So Sarah Lee, aka Foodie Beauty, says she has been a content creator for many years, earning an income that not only supports herself but also others. YouTube is her full-time job, and I've never seen similar comments directed at other YouTube channels. Plenty of people have left well-paying jobs to pursue YouTube full-time. If Chantel were to take a traditional job, she'd likely have to work long hours just to make minimum wage. It's doubtful she's even considering that option. Why would she? Her current job is flexible, allowing her to work from anywhere in the world, which is something many people can only dream of. That said, she does need to rethink her content. Are you guys dreaming of Kuwait? Or having to visa run border hop every 90 days? Is that what you're dreaming of? That said, she does not need to rethink her content. A genuine effort to improve her health could make for compelling and inspiring videos. She has other options besides featuring unhealthy eating habits. While people criticize her content, there are around 20 reaction channels profiting from dissecting even the smallest aspects of her life, creating their own daily income off of it. As for her financial situation, this is Foodie Beauty. You cannot tell me it's not. As for her financial situation, I don't think she's broke. It seems more likely that she's focusing on paying off debts and saving money, which explains her frugality. The only point I agree with is that she could return to Canada. Perhaps that's a goal they're both working towards. Oh, Foodie just uploaded a Domino's pizza super or a Domino's pizza super supreme pepperoni mukbang. All right, let's finish this and then we'll brave it. I said it's Kung Fu Days. King Savoy said, "Wonder if Super Sultan found these pics himself or if Foodie Beauty spent some time looking in his phone again." She's probably going through his phone. Okay, this person said, "Oh my God." Loretta said, "Oh my God, tell me this picture isn't photoshopped. Look at the different sizes of his arms. And that hairline is absolutely photoshopped. I cannot deal with those two delusional twats. How embarrassing." I mean, he could have at least blended the hairline. It looks like he attached fur to his head. And then why would you give yourself like that shape? Of all the hairlines you can attach to your head, you want to look like a heart? Anyways, the more I look, the more I'm creeped out. So let's keep going. I'm just so busy, you guys. Shenanigans said the picture speaks for itself. All right, you guys, let's go to the pepperoni pizza mukbang. We'll get through it together. Oh, where is she? Hold on. 21 minutes. A nightmare neighbor story time. Okay, well, we're speeding this up. Hold on. Before I show the screen. Hello, parrots. I hear you guys again. All right. If that's too fast, let me know and I can slow it down. Doo-doo-doo. Think. Can you guys see it? I hope so. Yes. Okay, off we go.
Your mom is very special, and she deserves the best. So get her a cameo for Mother's Day, and I'll do all the rest.
Would you get your mom a Foodie Beauty cameo?
Hello guys, hello. Welcome back to another video. I know I'm lower down than usual.
Same, Eric. My mom would disown me.
Oh well, that's okay. We'll make do for today. So,
Hey, Savage.
do we? Zero?
Do we have our volume up?
I have here a medium Pizza Hut, a Domino's, sorry. Yeah, I don't know. It's not my favorite pizza place, but once in a while I crave it, especially their Super Supreme. I got a half and half, half pepperoni, half Super Supreme, stuffed crust. I have some ranch. I'm going to try drizzle.
It doesn't look good to me. I don't know. I don't like that pizza, but I'm weird. Whenever I order a pizza, which isn't very often, to be honest, because it's too fucking expensive now to get a pizza. But whenever I order pizza, I always ask for it well done because I like it to be cooked really well. Like, I like their crust to be crispy. I like my cheese to be almost not burnt, but really cooked. Do you know what I mean?
Drizzling it on. Let's try this piece with ranch. All right, Bismillah Beauty Bites.
Do you squirt your pizza with ranch before you eat it?
For you? Oh my goodness.
It doesn't. It looks too doughy to me. I guess that's what it is. It just doesn't look good. Cooked.
Oh, hot. So, today, I thought I would revisit an old story time because I used to do pizza mukbangs a lot. I was well known for those and my crazy story times.
You just ate out a pizza.
Now, one thing you asked me, I'm thankful for in Kuwait. Neighbors that don't cause a nuisance. I've had neighbors bring us food. I've had neighbors, they're just usually very nice and keep to themselves. Well, a lot of you OG Foodie Beauties.
Carmen said, I always get my pizzas lightly cooked so you can reheat it and make it as well done as you like. Lightly cooked reheats better. Oh.
Well, remember, this neighbor. Excuse me, that was a crisp diet soda. So the Super Supreme has
Her soda is taller than her.
onion, green pepper.
We know what a Supreme pizza is.
Pepperoni, excuse me, and Italian sausage.
Don't
And mushrooms.
choke.
So
I have the nastiest look on my face. You can't see it, but I'm just kind of looking like, ew. And then my mind is going because you can tell this woman isn't having sex at all. She does sexual acts with her food every single time. She goes down on her food. She eats out her food. And it's very sad.
one of my first apartments,
Ooh.
I was living with Pete at the time. I was roommates. And there was this woman who we lived in the basement, and she lived like
Queen.
on the main floor, but she had like a balcony. And anytime I would be outside, she would always be harassing me to come over for a drink.
I don't believe you. I don't believe anybody who wants to keep food or beverages in their house would invite you over.
Because back then I did drink. I know, ketchup on my pizza, don't hate me.
We're supposed to believe a lady hung off her balcony to wave Foodie Beauty down to beg her to drink with her. Would you want to drink with Foodie Beauty? I wouldn't even want to drink with Foodie Beauty back in my days. And I drank with, like, I was roaming the streets sometimes. Like,
This was like early 20s for me. I just was like friendly. I'm like, okay, you know. Never thought I would ever go over, but she was very eccentric, putting it nicely. She was very loud and would just like bother anybody walking by. She would go out on her balcony. I'll try to draw a picture of her, show you what she looked like.
Did she wear an open bathrobes with her tits hanging out? Is that what's happening?
She would wear these like silky robes with like very revealing robes.
Oh crap, hold on. What's happening? Oh no.
And there were like families, you know, in that building.
I don't know. Hold on one second, you guys. I think I need to clear the cookies on my mother's laptop. We're going to exit out and go back in. I'm going to remember we're at 5 minutes and 27 seconds. And hold on. I'm really sorry. She uses it. It's so cute. My mom is back in school on top of working and everything else. And then my Inspiron was just pissing me off and never working. So I've been using my mother's to stream. But I think I need to clear her cookies because I notice it's slowing down more. And then the audio was all weird yesterday. So I will do that. I said 5 minutes and 20 something seconds, didn't I? I was self-portrait, I see. Oh my gosh, sounds like she had a wild neighbor. Okay, I think I'm back in. Yes. Hold on. No, I'm trying to pause you. Stop talking, Foodie. Everyone 2 years ago telling her her drawings were funny. Now she's trying to bring that back like everything else. Its time has passed. Yeah, it's not funny anymore. There was times where it could be, but now they're just, it's overdone. She needs something else. And her pictures are most of the time of what she like really wishes people looked like.
Not really. She used to drink a lot. I don't know if she was an alcoholic or she just had a problem drinking. I don't know. She would get really loaded. And one time she went around to the back of the building, and like the way the building's windows are for the basement apartments, they're level with the ground.
Mm-hmm.
So technically anyone, if you don't have curtains, could come in and like look in your window. Well, she did that. She was really hammed one day and she had her silk robe and some heels on, and she was heavier, so the heels would like peg her into the grass.
Oh my gosh.
She came in, was like waving at us, and like our window was like, our curtain was like a bit sheer. I don't know. Anyway, she apparently like, I don't remember, details are foggy, but I don't remember if she told me this or like if I saw this. I don't remember. I can't remember, but
What alcoholic would want to share their booze with Foodie Beauty? Like, I don't think any part of this story is real.
I remember her squatting in front of
No.
the window of a family.
Fuck my life.
I think it was a Muslim family too.
I don't know.
And so, you know, they were just like
It's fucking up. I'm sorry,
horrified by
guys.
her squatting in front of their window, and she just throws up.
I don't know. The only other thing I could do is try to finish this on my Inspiron. Should we try that, you guys? Let me know. Or if you don't mind dealing with this.
From being intoxicated. She was like a nightmare. She used to come to my door and try to shove like random kittens in her house. Other things I won't mention.
Erica, do you always change your name but keep the same profile picture? I'm genuinely curious. Hello, by the way.
And like,
Great lag.
Pete like couldn't stand her. Anyway. She would just bug me all the time. Like, she would knock at our door all the time. And it's a good thing I didn't have a car back then, because she probably would have like pestered me for rides all the time because she was on a
Hey, Buckle Bunny. Hello, hello.
do not serve list for like the taxi companies.
Hey, Poppy.
Because she would always like call a taxi and make them drive her to the bridge and like threaten to, you know, throw herself off of it. She never did,
Wouldn't they stop picking her up and taking her to the bridge? I would assume.
obviously, but yeah.
No, I didn't, Erica.
Anyway, so she probably would have bugged me for rides and told me to drive her there, which I wouldn't do, but this was like a regular thing for her.
Yeah, this isn't true. I don't know. I'm about to throw this laptop,
Hi.
to be honest. I'm about to throw this across the room. Do we care about the rest of this?
Hi.
Motherfucker! Ugh!
You want to be in my mukbang?
By the way, I think some people think I'm serious when I rage. And when I'm actually mad, I'm just really quiet. So most of the time, I'm fake raging.
Do you want a black olive?
Oh, motherfucking bastard! I'm gonna throw this. I'm gonna throw it. I'm gonna throw it.
Anyway, one day I ended up giving in.
Mom, if you're listening right now, you'll be finishing up school on the Inspiron because I'm about to chuck your laptop into the street right before a car drives over it. Love you. Oh, Poppy still hasn't fucked a mother. Maybe you're missing out. Maybe before you die, you need to have one good motherfucking.
I'm going over there to hang out. By the way, this woman, just so you know, she was on like social assistance. Her apartment was like low income. We paid full rent for ours because we were working, but she was on low income.
Do you know how gross this feels? We paid full pricing, but she was on low income.
I remember going into her apartment. Like, she made do with this one bedroom, low income housing apartment. Like, she was on low income, but she had a full bar in her dining room. She had a little dining set.
Can I ask why you were supposedly made fun of when you were like 2 years old or something and your mother was on food stamps for like a month? Why that was a big topic and how we never hear the end of how you were made fun of for being on food stamps, but you keep saying how this lady lived in low income.
And then this like crystal, like really nice bar full of booze. Always in her robes.
Foodie was jealous of her. I think so.
Anyway, when I look back on it, some bad things happened to me that night, actually. She basically handcuffed me to her.
What?
And was like, let's do shots kind of thing. And she had her boyfriend over. I don't remember much about him except that he didn't have any legs. And I remember saying this in my other mukbang.
I'm sorry, this story just keeps getting worse. Foodie was handcuffed against her will and force-fed shots. And then something's gonna happen with the guy with no legs. Like, were you doing shrooms right before this? Like, how did this story even?
But he just like, he would creep me out, not because he didn't have any legs. And I'm not making fun of that. It's the way he moved himself around the apartment, like when you're all hazy and like out of it. And I would just see him. He was like a seal. Like he would jump up on the couch.
Dude, this is fucked up. This is fucked up.
Beside us. Then he would slide down and like snake his way across the house. And yeah, it creeped me out a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. Like,
You're really fucked up, and you might be literally sealing and not laying down. You might literally be doing that soon, Foodie. The way you're eating, you're fucked. You're just fucked.
he was if you haven't tried ketchup on pizza,
We know this story is fake, right? But let's pretend for a second it's real. The way she talks about people, oh, and she lived in low income, and then the way he slid up and down the couch because he had no legs.
don't knock it till you try it, right? He
She's on pain pills, something.
was creepy. Anyway,
Maybe she has serotonin syndrome. You hallucinate and you think things are real. Like you think I really thought angels were coming down from the heavens when I had serotonin syndrome. It was terrifying. Maybe she has that. Maybe it's all the pills she's taking.
some things happened and not so good things. And hi baby.
Okay, said you guys think she's on pain pills or she's just taking too much Benadryl. She's really living on the edge. You shouldn't mix over the counter stuff with your prescriptions. It's so dangerous. I remember, I think I've told you guys this before. There's one medication I will never fucking tell anybody about that I used to snort, but then there was this other medication. And I'm just gonna say, I think people called it like triple C's or something. Don't ever do it, but it's over the counter and people do it. If you take enough of it, it does something. I remember one time a friend gave some to me, and I was thinking things like I saw hearts. I remember they were really, really pretty, but I saw hearts and all these different patterns, and it was like all love and stuff. But then coming off of that was really bad. And then I did my research and found out what that could have done to me, right? Don't ever fuck with that stuff. But Foodie Beauty is the idiot who would be suggested all this stuff, and she's gonna try it. Now, I was the idiot who tried it, and luckily nothing bad happened to me that one time. But horrible things happen to people who take that, right? Foodie would be the person who asks for suggestions, and then she's gonna have a whole ass addiction, and then she's gonna have to start stealing these medications to be able to keep up with it.
I did not want to ever go over there again. I tried to avoid her, but like sometimes I would just see her on the porch. She was always on the porch in her gown.
Erica, I saw your question, but I don't want people to like ask questions to try and figure out the other thing. I will take that to my grave. Like I will. So
Holding onto her balcony looking for new victims. Or hanging around the railing like
it's a bit
on the first of
badass.
the month, everyone, a lot of people in that building would be waiting in the stairway near the mailbox for their checks.
Drama, hello, Beck. This is the traumatic event she often mentions but doesn't go through with this story. It just, none of it sounds real.
Their welfare checks.
Oh
And of
my
course, she
God.
would be loud and like, "Where's the mail?"
Stella! Yeah, Wookie, I'm so grateful I got a lot of my stuff out of my system early. Because I think about it now, at 42, could I survive all the different shit I used to put into my body? Probably not. So I'm grateful I got it out of my system a long time ago, you know?
Even the mailman, when he would come in, he would look Like, oh no, not her, because she would always give him shit. He was like, why were you late? It's almost 1 o'clock. You're like a couple hours late. I have appointments. I gotta go to No Frills. I gotta get my groceries.
I don't know any alcoholic who keeps track of their mail. There was a point in time where I didn't check my mail for weeks. It felt like I didn't even know what time it was most of the time, but the alcoholic lady is outside harassing the mailman that her mail is late.
That kind of thing. Ooh, I'm full. The stuffed crust is so much more filling.
That was a lie. I remember my mom used to have to come. Okay. So at this one point, we didn't live very far apart. Gosh, maybe it was like the start to middle of my addiction. And she would come over and check my mail, and then she would come in and she would put it inside for me because I just stopped checking it.
That's why I don't like it. I like thin crust, but this one's pretty good. The Super Supreme is really good. I'm gonna just save this for my husband. If he gets hungry later, then I don't have to cook. I'm just joking.
Erica, I had serotonin syndrome because I snorted 20 pills in a day, right? There was a point, I think you'll be fine. Sometimes I get scared, like when he upped my antidepressant, my Zoloft and my Boost Bar when I was like really struggling with anxiety. He upped it and I was so worried, like I was scared to take it because I was convinced I was somehow going to get serotonin syndrome. But after talking to my doctor and my boyfriend and even Aaron, I realized like he prescribed them. He knows what he's doing. Like I was snorting 20 pills in a day sometimes. So that's why I had serotonin syndrome. And I think at one point I even did more. Something happened. What lie did I make up this time that I needed another prescription of it? Something I don't know how people didn't know what the fuck I was doing, but the things I came up with, "Oh, they all fell into the toilet." Oh, I made up one lie one time. I got scared of taking them, so I dumped them all out, but realized I really needed them. I don't know why anybody didn't why they didn't see red flags of my stories, but I remember, I would have to start paying for the prescription to get it early, right? So it was like $33 at the time. Um, Anyway, so I think one time I went through all 30 pills. Yeah, and so I gave myself it and it didn't go away right away. And I legitimately saw angels coming down from the heavens. And then one angel stopped right in front of me, and I saw this on my serotonin syndrome and was doing some weird, crazy dance. Okay, but it was absolutely fucking terrifying at the time. It was.
What do you think you're doing? It's not 2:30.
I don't know if anybody likes hearing these stories, but I don't know. Somebody has to hear them, so you guys get them. Hello.
She likes my pet. What do you do with your mom in here? She's hyper. You always have the zooms. What did you do? Ow, you bite mom. She bit mom.
Good.
Anyways, guys, I don't miss those neighbors, man. We don't have neighbors like that here ever. There's just no people here like that I've ever encountered because they would be arrested pronto. And especially for being intoxicated. And honestly, I don't miss those kind of drunk people. There's obviously going to be a lot of things I miss about being in Canada.
But you're the drunk, creepy lady that people talk about. Do you get that? Your addiction is food, so it looks a little differently, but you're the crazy lady people tell stories about.
Particularly my family, friends, Autumn. Yes, I have friends. Not many, but when it comes to friends, quality over quantity. Autumn, Halloween, stuff like that, you know?
She's food drunk. That's perfect. She is.
And yes, I'll say it again one last time. I can celebrate Halloween as long as I don't worship Satan.
Hearing your stories is part of the show. That's why we're here. One day I should just do a stream on all my stupid, crazy stories. I've thought about it. Like, my life wasn't all okay. There's a lot of sad stories too. I just choose to not relive them, right? I choose to laugh about the shit I did. I choose to make fun of myself. Because if I sit and think about the sad stories, like, it's really fucking sad, right? But I should do a stream where I just do the stupid shit I did, maybe some of the stupid things I was arrested for. It might be a good time.
As a Muslim, okay? And I don't. On Halloween, I worship chocolate bars, not Satan. You know? The only one I worship, Allah. Alhamdulillah.
I don't believe you.
All right, guys. And yes, alhamdulillah, I'm finished eating this wonderful meal that I'm blessed to have. And to talk to you wonderful people. I'm in a really good mood today. And I just thought that
Why do you look so purple? Is it my laptop or does she look purple to you guys too? I asked this yesterday because yesterday she looked really purple.
you know, I would tell you that story because, yeah, there's some things I miss about Canada. That's what I was saying. And there's some things I don't. And one of them is like really boisterous, annoying, drunk people in the streets or in general. I don't miss that whatsoever. And I mean, I was once one of those people actually. So
Same.
not in public really, but maybe sometimes. Anyways,
I just had a weird flashback because I was thinking, like, what are some of the stories I could tell? There's things I'm not very proud of, like one time going through the Del Taco drive-through at like 2 a.m. with my friends, and we were all, except for the person driving, we were all wasted. And I had to pee really bad. I wouldn't do this today, you guys. I would not do this today. But while they were ordering, I remember I got out and I leaned on the sign and I peed. Like, I don't remember if anybody else was in the drive-through, but this is the shit I used to do.
I don't miss that lady. I don't know what she's up to. I hope she got her life together. Wishing her all the best. Okay, I feel like I have to say that because I really don't care what happens to her because she was just kind of an awful person and I just don't care. I can't force it. But I don't wish ill like on anyone.
Somehow I didn't get arrested for that. You would think. Thank God I didn't. I'm not proud of it, you guys. I was a horrible drunk.
Wish ill on her, but still, you know. She was something else. My other story time was more detailed, of course, but there's some things I can't really talk about now. Keeping it PG, kind of, you know. So, but yeah, I don't know if you guys have probably all had a neighbor or two like that in your life. I've had some interesting neighbors.
I've been the crazy neighbor.
And I did a couple story times about them. I've had some good, particularly when I was growing up at home, we had a neighbor who was like Ned Flanders. And he looked exactly like Ned Flanders and would say things like, hello, howdy, how do you do? Like, you know, like kind of Flanders like. But he ended up passing away in his home and he wasn't found for quite a while. And,
oh my God.
Actually, they discovered his body when we were having a family barbecue. And
what the fuck is this?
Cops came up and were like, have you seen your neighbor? And then, no, we all saw, you know, the body be carried out. It was quite sad, but it was, you know, anyway, it was, yeah, he was a good guy, but he smoked like probably 2 packs a day or more. And
okay, well, this got depressing as fuck.
He had a really stressful job and he was lonely. So he ended up passing away of a heart attack in his sleep. So, yeah. Anyway.
He ended up passing away of a heart attack in his sleep. Yeah. Anyway, she says this over half of a large pizza that she stuffed down.
Those are a couple of my neighbor stories for you, I guess. There's some new people who might have found that story interesting. But yeah, I think her name was Karen. I think her name was actually Karen. I'm pretty sure.
How high are you, Foodie? On a scale of 1 through 10.
I think so. She did some other really gross things, but I won't talk about them. But yeah, she, like, her apartment, even though she was on assistance, was just like full bar service. She decorated her house really nice. Like, it was hard to believe, you know, like we worked full-time jobs and we're making decent income at the time. And we still had like hand-me-down furniture, you know, like, I don't know, man. Anyway.
This is the weirdest video ever. Like, I don't know what's wrong with her.
Oh, the stories, eh? Down memory lane. Anyways, guys, I hope you had something good to eat watching this with me, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!
Okay, well, that was a good time. Thank you for hanging out with me. That was the weirdest video. She was definitely high. Hey, Geometric. Deborah, I saw you come in earlier. Hello, Deborah. The table gets higher and higher. She is trying to hide her chin. It almost looks like a high chair, does it not? Like her whole setup, Bizarro Land. It was so weird. Sure was. She has the memory span of a marble. She doesn't remember that woman's name if there even was a woman. It was a lie. That whole thing was a lie. That whole thing she made up because she's either high or she made it up when she was high or hallucinated it. It does get higher. It really does. It did feel like a fever dream. Sick in so many ways. Well said. All right, you guys, if Foodie goes live later, I can pop on and snipe. Unless she's off camera, then she's probably gonna go live off camera now. But tomorrow I plan on streaming as much of her live, if she even really does the 12 hours, but we're gonna stream as much as we could sit through. Like when we get bored, we'll tap out and we'll cover the rest in the morning. But I do plan on ordering Portos and being fed and prepared for a very long stream. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. Thank you to my amazing mods. Thank you to everybody who comes to hang out every day. I appreciate you. Tia, some idiot. Andrea, thank you so much for the super chats. And Megan, thank you for gifting the memberships. I hope to see you guys soon. Have a great day, great evening, wherever you are. And I'll see you soon. Bye.